One final
question.
Would
he close down the oil industry?
It falls.
Would you close down the oil industry?
By the way, I would transition from the oil industry, yes.
Oh,
I would
that's
transition.
a big statement.
It is a big statement.
That's a
because
big statement.
I would stop.
Why would you do that?
Because the oil industry pollutes significantly.
I see.
Here's the deal. But
that's
you can't
a big
do
statement.
That. Well, if you let me finish the statement, because it has to be replaced by renewable energy over time. Over time. And I'd stop giving to the oil industry, I'd stop giving them federal subsidies. He won't give federal subsidies to the gas, excuse me, to solar and wind.
Yeah.
Why are we giving it to oil industry?
We actually do give it to solar and wind. And that's maybe the biggest statement in terms of business. That's the biggest statement.
Okay.
Because basically what he's saying is he is going to destroy the oil industry. Okay. Will you remember that, Texas? Will you remember that, Pennsylvania, Oklahoma?
Vice President Biden, let me give you 10 seconds to respond, and then I have to get to the final question. Vice President Biden.
He takes everything out of context. But the point is, look, we have to move toward a net zero emissions. The first place to do that by the year 2035 is in energy production. By 2050, totally.
All right. One
is he
final
going to get China to do it?
No, we're finished with this.
Is he going to get China to do it?
We have to move on to our final question.
No,
we have to move on to our final question.
I'm going to rejoin Paris Accord and make China abide by what they agreed to.
All right.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher Stock Channel. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand everything is planned out. Now, guys, of course, I go with that funny article first. First ever murder hornet in the U.S. found in D.C., guys. Now, guys, this is not a movie. This is a real article. Can't believe it, but yes, this is a real article, guys. So we know they're in the lab cooking up everything, guys. We know this. We know the modified mosquitoes, all that good stuff. We know they create these things in a lab. That's the reason why you see these Marvel cartoons with these things, and all of a sudden we see it actually in reality. I went over the dark video on my Crypto Teacher channel. Please go check that out. This is reality, guys. But getting over to the actual real news. Now, we had Trump. He warned us, next energy, guys, next era energy renewables. Remember, I had the Rothschild'S saying this, going solar, and then she slipped up and had to change it, switch it up. So now we see Biden say, yes, we're going to be getting rid of oil. So, guys, get yourselves invested. I'm not your financial advisor. This is not financial advice. But guys, this right here is going to let you know you're going to be very, very wealthy if you invest in the right things. We know that the Rothschilds run the Economist magazine. This is the Rothschilds telling you. And they always tell you things that are going to happen 5, 10 years down the road. Are you going to have to wait in order to get rich? Yes. But can you wait 5, 10 years? Yes, you certainly can. Because you probably have been waiting 20, 30, 40, 10, whatever years already. So yes, guys, make sure you start investing in the solar, wind energy, whatever. Because we're clearly going away from the traditional oil. So guys, we know the electric vehicles, the charging stations, I've been over that thousands of times. But guys, get yourselves in position. We have the bank stocks have the best month in over 4 years. Guys, what I teach you on the crypto channel, never ever bet against the banks. These banks have been around for hundreds of years, the Knights of Templar. We know the Rothschilds control the banks. That's how they control economies. So guys, I don't care what the situation is, never ever bet against the banks. And watch what the banks are investing in. Remember, they were investing in Bitcoin a long time, telling you not to buy while they were going behind your back and still buying it. Now, basically, we had Mattel toy shares soar. Why? Because people are at home. Kids are at home. So they're going to buy more toys, keep the kids entertained. So, guys, just make sure you are looking at that. We know these kids are at home. They have to have something to do. Now we're about to go into the holidays. So most likely their stocks are going to soar even more off of the actual first quarter earnings. And then, of course, you can dip out. But remember, it's not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Now we have Snap. Up again, guys. Remember I told you, Snap, Twitter, Facebook. Of course, when we get this correction, all of them are going to come down. But you know the ones to run back into, because you know the new world order stocks. Intel stocks took a beating. Guys, make sure you're doing your research. This may be a great entry point, so make sure you look at it on Monday. Intel, I'm telling you guys, is going to go right back up, plus it's a dividend stock. I've been over this stock. So make sure you are doing your own research. Now, basically, we have Ford and GM stock soar this month. So, guys, we know that, just like I state, the new world order stocks are not going anywhere. We know Ford and GM are just going to adapt to the new environment of electric vehicles. They're the only ones who actually have major infrastructure to go from this gas to the electric. So we know these big behemoths are not going anywhere. They're just going to adapt. That's it. Same way when we see our banks. They're just adapting. All of them are going fintech, plain and simple. Now, guys, on my channel, I always say, people are at home doing what? Waiting on free money or getting free money. And what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. And what do we see? Boston Beer shares soar 18%. Guys, we have to make sure we're looking at the climate, where we at. What are people doing? And invest, guys. We know 70% of the stock market is tech. But we also know people are sitting at home and adjust. What are people doing at home? They're doing the same thing you're doing at home. Invest. Invest in those major big corporations that are not going anywhere. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and spread this video everywhere. You have a wonderful day.
Hey, Kelly, some people are going to be calling the Hummer a modified pickup truck, whatever you call it. It's going to get a lot of attention when General Motors shows it to us tonight. Today, the company announced that it's making a substantial investment, the latest of almost $5 billion of investment announcements the company has made since the beginning of 2019. This will be $2 billion. The biggest chunk will go to retool its Spring Hill, Tennessee plant. That's where they're going to build the Cadillac Lyriq. That is an all-electric Cadillac SUV that'll be coming out next year. The Lyriq, and this is what they showed us of the Lyriq when they unveiled it back in August. It's one of 20 new models, new EV models coming from GM by 2023. As we mentioned earlier, this is all we've seen, this teaser video for the new Hummer electric, GMC Hummer electric pickup truck that they will be showing us tonight. And I hear a lot of people say, well, General Motors stock has done nothing. Look at the stock over the last 6 months, and I'm comparing it with the S&P 500, which it has outperformed, as well as Tesla. Now, I know Tesla has had a heck of a year, so it's not going to catch up to where Tesla was, but I think GM shares, up more than 60%, have had a really nice move, especially the last 3 months.